Hi, my name is Rachel, and today I'm going to show you how to build a digital clock in Python. So let's open our command prompt and let's make a directory called clock, and let's cd into clock, and let's open that with code. Now in Visual Studio, we can close the welcome tab and create a new file called clock.py. And let's close the Explorer panel. Let's import Tkinter, which is a graphical user interface for building applications in Python. Let's also import time. And let's now create a master window, which is where our application will be. So we say Tkinter.tk, we use a tk class. And to see our master window, let's simply do master window.main loop. And if I open a terminal and do Python clock.py, yeah, a window pops up. So you can, hide it, and you can also close it like any other window. Now let's create a function called update clock, and that is going to be our function for the clock. It takes no parameters, and we can simply pass for now. Now let's create a label, right? Like a text holder for the clock time. So we say Tkinter.label. Tkinter.label, and the first thing is the master window where we're putting our label, and then we also call the font. I want to use Helvetica, and the font size should be 80 and it should be bold, right? So that is very visible. I can also set the foreground, which is the color of the text, to white. Let's make that white, and then the background to gray. And we're basically done with our label. The last thing though is that for every widget you have in Tkinter, you have to pack it onto the master window. So we say clock label.pack, and we're done with our label. Now to our function. Let's remove the pass. Okay, and let's create a variable called getTime, and we set that to time.string format time, and we format the time such that we use %I for the hour, %M for the minute, and %S for the second. %P simply stands for the AM or the PM. Now we want to get this time to be put on the label, so we configure it and say clock label.config, right? So configure, and we set the text of the clock label to be equal to our getTime variable, and let's put that there. And the last thing is to call this function over and over again. So we say clock label.after 1,000 milliseconds, which is 1 second, let's update the clock, which is the function itself. And this is just something in data science, or not data science, computer science, called recursion. So we are using recursion to call the clock over and over again every second. And the last thing to do is let's just, call our function, because Python, you have to call your functions. If now we run this, let's run this and say Python clock.py. Exactly, we have our time. The last thing though to change is our title. We don't want it to be called TK. Let's name our master window .title and call it my awesome clock. And that is basically it. Let's rerun this again. Let's just align our panel to the right. Let me shift that a little bit, and Python clock.py. Okay, so we have a little clock that you can show your friends. And yeah, if you're interested to learn more, check out Azubi Africa's Data Analytics Professional Program with the link below. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you soon.